Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 8th edition, 2,000 points. Josh Williams makes his appearance here on the channel with his Raven Guard force, and they'll be fighting against the Eldar, my revamped 2,000 point list. We're taking on the Raven Guard here, fighting across this Martian landscape, scarred and torn by battles that have already taken place. It will be here that the Eldar will seek out the Raven Guard in open battle. Right, so 2,000 points of Eldar, finished the army here. It's the revamped 2,000 point list. I'm running a double craft world here and it's Battle Forged, so I have a total of 9 command points, 1 Vanguard, a battalion, and then Battle Forged is 9 command points in total. So it's a Iron craft world here on the left hand side. It's a Vanguard detachment, Prince Uriel for the HQ to lead the force. Glad to see him back in the army. Then also it's a Warlock model here. I'm going to use him as a Spirit Seer. I've a spare 10 points in the list, so Spirit Seer being used there. And I've taken Protect and Jinx for him, for his psychic power. Then unit of Wraith Guard with Wraith Cannons. Unit of Wraith Blades with the Ghost Axes and Force Shields. And then the Wraith Knight. Controversial choice, but he is in the list here with his 2 heavy Wraith Cannons for him. Then the second craft world is the Latok. It's battalion detachment, 3 units of scouts, 5 in each of those units. There's a Warlock there. He's taken Conceal Reveal for his psychic power from the Runes of Battle. 10 striking Scorpions with Exarch and Scorpion's Claw. There's the Autarch Skyrunner. He's actually the Warlord, and he's taken the Laser Lance upgrade for him. And then the Avatar of Cain, freshly painted up, the Forge World model. And then lastly, Shining Spears, 5 of them with their laser lances, and there's an Exarch in there as well. So just at this stage, just to cover Warlord traits. So he's the Warlord here, the Autarch on the jetbike, the Skyrunner, and I've given him an Iron Distant event, so no Overwatch allowed against him. Then for relics here, the Citronome of Iron for the Spirit Seer just here, and then I've paid the extra command point. I've removed 1 here, and that is to take the Shimmer Plume, and I've given it to the Autarch, and that means that he will be on -1 to hit. I take it that's for shooting and for close combat. So that's the list for the Eldar here, 2,000 points. They're taking on Raven Guard here. It's a debut for them on the channel, so this is going to be a fresh experience for the Eldar as they try and take on this unknown force here. It'll be interesting to see how well the Eldar can cope with this Space Marines chapter. We'll take a look and see what Josh has in his list. Right, so 2,000 points of Raven Guard here. Josh Williams is a regular here at SSWG. We've been meaning to play a game for a long time, but finally we've linked up here, and we can let these 2 armies fight it out. But we'll let Josh run through his list.
So this is my 2,000 point force of Raven Guard. I'm running a battalion detachment today. In the battalion I've got Shrike, who's the chapter master of the Raven Guard, and then I've got a Primaris captain who's going to be my Warlord today. He's got a mastercrafted auto bolt rifle and a power sword, and I've given him the relic, the Armour Indominus, which is a 2-up save and once per game a 3-up invuln. Then I've got 3 intercessor squads, 2 of which have got bolt rifles and the sergeant has a power sword, and then the 3rd squad has auto bolt rifles and a grenade launcher. I've then got a 5-man unit of aggressors. They've got the auto bolt storm gauntlets and the frag storm grenade launchers. I've then got an 8-man squad of reavers. All of them have bolt carbines and the sergeant has a combat blade. I then got a relic contemptor dreadnought. He's got 2 twin las cannons and a cyclone missile launcher. I've then got a Vanguard veteran squad, all of which have melter bombs and all of which have twin lightning claws. Finally, I've got 2 Hellblaster squads with plasma incinerators, and then a Storm Raven gunship with twin las cannon, 2 Hurricane bolters, Storm Strike missiles, and a Typhoon missile launcher.
Right, so that's Josh's list here. It does carry a reputation with it. James has been given reports of its activities in recent times. It seems a good strong list here, but it's a debut for it here on the channel, so we'll see how well they cope against the might of the Eldar craft worlds. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next. Alright, so the scenario is called Recon. It's from Chapter Approved 2017. It's Maelstrom of War. The armies are divided, each army is divided into 3 parts. One part will be the starting force, and the rest comes on from reserve. Turn 2 is a 3+, or turn 1 is a 3+, and then turn 2, the remaining units arrive. So it's like a converging of the forces here into this area. Units will gradually start turning up on the board as each turn goes on. So interesting on this one. It means that the armies will not be fully assembled, they'll be gradually turning up on the board. It's Dawn of War deployment, Eldar at this end, 12 inches in, marked out by this line of dice, Raven Guard across there on the other side. There's 6 tactical objectives being used in this game. Objective here, objective number 4, objective number 2, objective number 1, and then around the other side here, objective number 6, number 5, and then objective number 3 just there. Usual rules for Slay the Warlord, First Blood and Linebreaker, all available in this mission. So tactical objectives being used in this game, 3 of them on the first turn, and then maintaining at 3 each turn. So if one of us is short, if a player finds himself short on tactical objectives, he'll draw up to 3 of them to maintain at 3 tactical objectives. So a nice steady flow of those being used here in this battle. We'll go on to deployment now, start alternating placing units on the board, but it'll just be the starting force here, which will be randomly determined. So Eldar, we've split down here to 4 units here, 3 Rangers and the Scorpions. This block here, the Shining Spears, Autarch, Warlock and Avatar, and then the larger block here, 5 units, 2 units of the Wraith Guard, Wraith Blades, Prince Uriel, Spirit Seer, and the Wraith Knight. And then Josh has done the same, he split his army down, Storm Raven and the Intercessors here, and in this block of Reavers, Vanguard Veterans, Aggressors and the Primaris Captain, and then across here Dreadnought, Hellblasters and Shrike as well. So we'll randomly determine which force starts, and we'll start deploying units on the table. Right, so the battle map that we're using in this game, it's by gamemat.eu, so you can check them out. This is a Martian landscape. And in this scenario that we're using, it's a mouse mat material, so rubber on one side rolls out nice and flat, then another material with the design printed on top. It's nice and quiet for dice rolling, figure friendly as well. If the models fall over, it's nice and soft, and it just rolls out nice and flat every time. And then we simply place the terrain on top. Here, some rocks and scatter. The desert terrain that we're using as well, these larger pieces, these sculpted pieces here, are by gamemat.eu as well. It's their desert terrain set that they produce also, and then just simply added some other rocks around just to make it look more natural. But you can check them out, it's gamemat.eu. They produce these 6x4 mats, different sizes as well, different types for use in games of 40k and other gaming systems as well. Alright, so deployment done here. Eldar deploying centrally, getting ready to move out onto these objectives. Wraith Knight at the back. Wraith Guard here with their Wraith Cannons on the right hand side. Then Prince Uriel and the Spirit Seer behind the screen of the Wraith Guard just there. So that's their deployment done. We've then declared it will be 3+ for all these units to turn up here. Strike from the shadows here for the Scorpions. That'll add a bit more flexibility to them, but they'll still be affected by that 3+ to turn up. And then round here, Josh has deployed more on the right hand flank, securing 2 of these objectives already, objective number 3 and 5. Dreadnought here at the back. It's broken the Hellblasters down into combat squads. 1 squad here of 5 on the right. Shrike just behind them, and then Hellblaster squad here on the left hand side. This is the 2 groups that are the starting forces for both sides. And then here, this group hasn't come on, we'll be rolling up for those, and then this group here as well. And then with this force here, these will come through deep strike here with the Vanguard. Then the Captain, Aggressors and the Reavers. Josh has played Strike from the Shadows for them. He's allowed to play that strategy multiple times because it's done... Not in the face. Not in the face, right, okay, yeah, so that's fine. So those units will be turning up. We're all going to be affected by this mission here. It's quite unique the way it disrupts the formation of armies, but we'll see how that affects both. It's definitely affected both sides, but we'll see who's affected by it the most. But we'll go on to the first turn now. This is the scary bit. Josh finished deploying first, so he'll get +1 on the dice roll. And he rolls a 2. Oh, it's beatable here for the Eldar. We've rolled a 6. Oh, this is good. I'm quite happy. But this could turn to misery here if Josh rolls a 6. No, he's rolled a 2. All right, Eldar will get to go first. A lot of our weapons are quite short range, though. So it's good, though, because a lot of our reserves should turn up as well. So Eldar are happy at this stage. The great poem that we've written about this battle starts on a joyful note. But it could turn to tears later, we'll see, as the Eldar try and take on this Raven Guard force. We're going to turn 1. Eldar will strike first. Right, so movement done for the Eldar here on turn 1. So we rolled well for an advanced move here with the Wraith Guard. They have moved up 5 and then a 5-inch rolled for their advance. 10 inches gone by them. Then we played Matchless Agility for 1 command point. On the Wraith Blades, they have gone 11 inches in total, and then Prince Uriel and the Spirit Seer running up behind them. Wraith Knight's gone aggressive as well, 12 inches advanced by him. And then on from reserve, the Scorpions, the usual rules for this mission is within 6 inches of the deployment zone, but for Scorpions, they've emerged from the shadows, but because it's turn 1, it has to be within the deployment zone, so they have turned up just here. And then the Warlock here from the Alatok Craft World. The Warlord himself has turned up here on the jet bike, just there. And then on the left-hand side, 1 unit of Rangers with a view up towards the Hellblasters across the table. So these are the units that haven't turned up from on this turn. We roll badly for those. So 2 units of Scouts not arrived yet. Shining Spears needed them, but they haven't turned up. And then the Avatar still to arrive as well. They're all guaranteed to arrive on turn 2 for the Eldar. But that's movement done. Just a correction here. We've been discussing the interpretation of the rules. Josh was playing a stratagem Strike from the Shadows. Yes, so Strike from the Shadows was being used here. We reckon the way the missions word, it's disrupting these kind of stratagems being used, but these units go into reserve. This is the force that didn't start, and then you have to roll this 3+ to bring them on, and so Josh is not going to play that Strike from the Shadows in this particular mission. So we've refunded, given him a full refund here of his command points, so he still has those 3 command points available. But it's awkward mission, disrupting both sides with the way the mission plays out, but that is the recon mission. That's the challenge of this scenario. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next for the Eldar. Actually, we'll just mention first of all 3 cards that we've drawn. Domination, every objective on the table needs to be controlled to pick up that. But no prisoners here. Destroy a unit, that's doable. A Master of Runes, manifest from the Runes of Battle, Runes of Fate, Discipline. We have that, and we can pick up a victory point for that potentially as well. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next for the Eldar on turn 1. Alright, so Psychic Phase is complete. It's gone according to plan here for the Eldar. So the Warlock here, casting Conceal, Reveal. So he's played, well, it's Conceal he's played, so -1 to hit. He's placed it on the Wraith Blades just here. And then Protect and Jinx, or Protect being used on the Wraith Blades as well, coming from the Spirit Seer, and so +1 to their save, and that will improve their invuln save as well. So they've got the bonus for the Crater, they're at -1 to hit, and then +1 to their saves also. So that's toughened them up to some degree. They'll need to be tough here in the face of all these Hellblasters. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next for the Eldar. Chance for them to do some damage as well. Alright, so Shooting Phase here, quite straightforward. The Wraith Knight is going to fire at the Dreadnought over there. So it's -1 to hit, 3s to hit. We are within 6 inches of Prince Uriel, who will help guide these shots to... It's only 4s, yes. Josh saying only 4s here. Here we go. So the hit roll is the important part here. Needing 4s. It's about time. It is about time here. What a debut roll here for the Eldar on the Shooting Phase. The Wraith Knight, many have written him off, saying he doesn't deserve to be in the army. 2s for wounds. They've all wounded. A gasp here from Josh. -4.
So I've got a 5-up invulnerable.
Oh, a chance to block these though with an invuln save. And none.
No.
So it's 4d6 damage here to destroy this Dreadnought in style. Come on. Is it enough? 9, 10, 13?
13. I have a 6-up for no pain.
Oh.
12 wounds.
Oh, right. In which case... I could command reroll one of these.
You could?
I could do. Yeah, I might do. I might reroll this just to make sure this gets through. Yeah, okay. Command reroll then. So this is the number. Oh, good. And then we'll see if we get another 6 for the Warlords on the board. Yes. So path of command. No. All right. So that's a 6. So now Josh has 17 rolls to make. This is good. I'm glad I rerolled that. That's helpful. So there's no pressure here. But he needs a good lot of 6s to keep this Dreadnought alive. There's layers of protection to that thing. Invuln saves and now 6 pluses for protection. But is it enough? I think we've done enough to destroy it. Here, there's a number of 6s. 3 of them.
That's going to be 14 wounds.
14 wounds. How many wounds does he have?
12.
12. He's tougher than most Dreadnoughts, but he has gone. Alright, so Dreadnought destroyed. Didn't explode. But that's a good result there for the Eldar. Josh saying that's 285 points worth of a model there. So a lot of firepower juice. That's 4 laser cannon shots that would have been no doubt directed towards the Wraith Knight. So Wraith Knight got in there first with his big guns and took the Dreadnought out. It could have been a different story though if turn 1 had have gone to the Raven Guard. But Eldar taking advantage here of going first, and they've picked up first blood and fulfilled a mission or tactical objective as well. A little bit of shooting left. Actually, some scouts will have some shots here against. Well, we could go after characters even. We'll see. We'll pick a target. Alright, so we fired there, got some hits, but no wounds coming through at all. We're firing at Shrek just there. That is movement and shooting complete. Assaults, none. There'll be no assaults, and that'll mark the end of the turn for the Eldar. Couldn't have asked for more, really. All the psychic powers went off. Movement was fast, and then the firepower was deadly as well. So it started off well here for the Eldar in their debut game here in this Challenger Scorpion episode. But we will not underestimate the might of the Raven Guard here. Josh fidgeting here, getting ready to respond to the Eldar attack. He'll have plenty of reserves to arrive, plus his firebase here, pretty much still intact. Other than the Dreadnought, the Hellblasters in good shape, and so the Eldar will now need to brace themselves. They've advanced towards the Raven Guard. Raven Guard will now let loose with their firepower on their turn coming up next. So just to trade in some cards there, Master of Runes, we fulfilled that one, and we fulfilled no prisoners as well, destroying the Dreadnought. So good start here from the Eldar, picking up a couple of victory points here. First blood as well has been achieved also. We'll go on to the first turn now for the Raven Guard. The Ravens will respond to this Eldar assault. Right, so movement done for the Raven Guard here. 2 units of intercessors have turned up on this left-hand side. Again, ready to sweep round, and plenty of objectives here to grab. So we'll just mention Josh's objective. So defend objective number 3, which is a perfect one here, that one. Defend objective number 4, a little bit more difficult, Eldar on that one at the moment. And then hold the line, 3 units at least within your deployment zone can easily be picked up this turn as well. So both sides looking to pick up some early points here in this game. Hellblasters, this unit's fallen back slightly onto objective number 5. These are holding their ground. Shrike holding position. Aggressors have turned up here along with the captain and the Storm Ravens. Lots of rerolls being granted here from this firebase now that's been strengthened even more. So Eldar, we thought our firepower was alright, but we have to see what happens now with this Raven Guard firepower. So no psychers for your army? No. Alright, so movement is done. So Josh still has the Reavers to turn up. 8 of those, and 1 unit of intercessors will arrive. Guaranteed they'll turn up on turn 2 next turn. But we'll go on to shooting phase next. This is going to be interesting, how much the Eldar can weather this storm and what targets Josh decides to go after. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, so Hellblasters, here we go. Josh is going after the Wraith Knight. So freeze to hit with 5 shots, re-rolls here for the cap. Not overcharging at all. You are overcharging, and he's just done what I did. A full house of hits here. So strength 8, toughness 8.
Strength 9 if they overcharge Primaris.
Right, yes, no, that's going to be helpful here. 3s to wound. Yeah, no, just checking here. Regular plasma incinerators is strength 8 when they overcharge. So be forced to wound the Wraith Knight here. 2 get through. And you're going to keep that result as it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be 4 wounds, and there's nothing we can do about that. So Wraith Knight's taken 4 wounds so far. The other squad's going to fire at him? Okay, so 3s to hit. Oh, okay, he's just checking. Yeah, for rerolls, yeah. So 1 hit so far, and then these can be rerolled. 3 get through, and then it'll be 4s for wounds. Another 1. Okay, so 6 wounds taken in total on the Wraith Knight so far. It could have been a lot worse. Alright, so that's the damage, down to 18 wounds here. We just... this mortal wounds came through here, or a mortal slain from overcharge. So Josh has removed one of those on the rerolls there. Josh did roll a 1 for that squad. So, Hellblasters have fired. One of their number brought down, overcharging here, firing against the Wraith Knight. 6 wounds deducted from him. And Josh has more firepower left. Storm Raven heavy firepower and some infantry firepower also. Alright, so Storm Raven here. The Hurricane Bolters are going to go into the Wraith Guard. And then all of the other firepower is going to go into the Wraith Knight here to see how many wounds Josh can cause. Alright, so Hurricane Bolters have fired already and have caused 1 wound here. Rolled a 1 on the Wraith Blades. So heavy guns now. 2 las cannon shots into the Wraith Knight, I take it. Okay, here we go.
3s to hit. 2 hits.
2 hits, nice.
Strength 9.
Strength 9, 3s to wound. This is the crucial roll. He does get his wounds come through. That's a 6, yes. So this roll here is called...
Storm of Fire, my Warlord trait.
Storm of Fire Warlord trait. The Warlord's just nearby. Any 6s to wound is an extra -1, so we'll not get any save against that one. And we need a 6+ to try and block this wound that's come through. No. 2d6 damage here against the Wraith Knight. He is in trouble if Josh rolls. Even an average score here is going to cause trouble. He rolls a 3 in total. Command reroll. Okay, fair enough. That's what I would do. It's rolled onto a 3. It's better. 5 wounds knocked down here. Wraith Knight is pretty much half dead now. Yeah, so 13 wounds left. Trouble here for the Wraith Knight. He is a bullet magnet, and that's exactly what's happening here. 2
cracked missiles from
the Typhoon. Yep.
Rerolling because of Shrike.
Oh, Shrike helping out. Oh, the rerolls here. This is the reroll bubble going on here with the Raven Guard. Bubbles everywhere in 40k at the moment. Yeah, wounds then 3+, 4+, strength 8. Yeah. Oh, gasp! A 1 and a 2. There's nothing you can do about that.
I can do about that.
Oh dear me. Right, and then we've got
2 Storm Strike.
Storm Strike missiles. 3s for hits. 2 hits. These are Strength 8.
Strength 8 as well.
Force to wound. Yes, the toughness helping the Wraith Knight out here. For this dice is leaning over, playing hole facing, so that's a 2 just there. Unless the dice is extremely cocked, then we'll do a reroll for it. Okay, so shooting complete. Wraith Knight's got off lightly here, but still 13 wounds remaining. He has taken a hefty amount of damage. And then, though, he will double his wounds characteristic, so we can still fire at a healthy amount. Starting to see the benefit there of taking that craft world. All right, there's some other small arms fire to go here. Some firepower coming in from intercessors. We'll get that resolved next. All right, so shooting phase complete here. Intercessor fire coming through, brought down one of the scorpions, and then firepower coming in from these intercessors. We rolled a 1 for a save, but I command re-rolled it there. Didn't get the command point back with path of command, but we stopped that wound from coming through. It's just 1 wound taken on the Wraith Blades in total. That's the end of the turn. No assaults here, out of range. Aggressors are out of range for their firepower. Josh saying that this scenario here disrupting his plans. Same for the Eldar as well. It's not a classic lineup here. Both armies sort of stumbled across each other here in this sector, and they're rapidly trying to form their battle lines as quick as possible. That's the nature of the mission. Any objectives fulfilled this turn?
I began defending 3, and I secured hold the line.
Hold the line, yes, it's been picked up.
I'm going to discard defend objective 4.
Okay. Yeah, no, just check the rules there. Maelstrom Reward. Josh is going to pay 2 command points to discard defend objective number 4. This one here, which makes sense. There, it's going to take a lot of effort to try and achieve that one, and so he'll be able to draw
3 new cards.
3 new cards, 2 new cards, or how does that one stay in play?
That one will be secured. Providing I stay on it, that one will be secured
At the end of my turn?
at the end of your turn.
Yes, all right. So yes, then that will be fulfilled. Josh will be able to draw 3 fresh cards, and it's good to keep the fresh cards coming, and to keep those victory points flowing in. All right, end of turn 1 for both sides. Blows have been exchanged. I'd say it's about evens. Perhaps the Eldar happier to have that Dreadnought destroyed, but Wraith Knight half dead here, but thankfully still alive. It could have been destroyed. Josh definitely has the firepower to do it. We'll go on to the second turn now for the Eldar. The rest of their forces will arrive. Can they converge and cause harm here against the Raven Guard? We'll have to see. We'll go on to Eldar turn 2 coming up next. Alright, so moving for the Eldar here on their second turn. Bit of a turn up here with the cards. We'll cover that first. So, secure objective number 4 was drawn. This was priority orders received. It's the Warlord that needs to fulfill this. The next card that was drawn was secure objective number 4. Just so happens to be here. And here's the Warlord. He moved across, securing that objective. He'll get 1 point for the actual card and a bonus 3 points as well. It's a massive amount of points there, and starting to see the benefit of having the Warlord on the jet bike, able to move around so quickly across the board. Defend objective number 3, that's across over there, so a big incentive for the Eldar to try and advance in that direction. And then still hanging on to domination, that card there. A bit annoying, we need to hold all the objectives, and it's something that can be done perhaps towards the end of the game, but at this stage there's too many Raven Guard on the board to fulfill that. Scorpions have advanced just an extra inch, so 8 inches moved by them. This Warlock here has moved up, and then coming on from reserve, right at the back here, Avatar's been out of the game here, but he's arrived just at the back along with his Shining Spears. Scouts have not moved, and then 2 units of Scouts turning up on this flank. Our deployment zone, 12 inches, they've turned up here, ready to lend some fire support in this direction. Then Wraith Blades have advanced 2 inches, so 7 in total. Prince Uriel behind them, the Spirit Seer behind them, and then the Warlord, we've seen his move, 12 inches moved by the Wraith Knight, just with its craft world ability there, doubling the amount of wounds for the damage chart, so able to move at full movement, and it'll be able to fire at full ballistic skill as well. Then Matchless Agility, we played it on the Wraith Guard here to get them to move 11 inches in total. Their weapons are assaults, they will get to fire at -1, and that's the movement done. Alright, so movement complete. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next for the Eldar. Alright, so Psychic Phase done. It's gone like clockwork again here for the Eldar. So Protect and Jinx has gone off again on the Wraith Blades. Conceal, Reveal failed. Command reroll. We did roll a 6 for Path of Command for the Warlord being on the board, and we did roll a 6, so we've kept that. We've got 5 command points left. So all those powers have gone ahead there. So Psychic Phase finished. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next. Alright, so Shooting Phase here. We'll start with the Wraith Guard. It's -1 to hit against the Hellblasters there. We are within 12 though, so Josh won't get his Raven Guard -1 to hit, but it's -1 because we advanced. 4s to hit. There's no Prince Uriel. He's not near enough to grant the reroll ones. 4s. 2 hits. Strength 10. So 2s to wound here. No, I'm going to command reroll this one. So 2+, yes, and a 6+ for Path of Command. No. Alright, so we'll deduct another command point here. Now, Josh has pointed out he's got cover. The whole units are in, so 6 up saves you will get. No, alright. So, it's D6 damage a time. So the first model takes 5 wounds, which is gone. And then the next model takes 2 wounds, which is just enough to remove another one from play. But 2 of those blasted Hellblasters removed from play just there. Eldar going after the heavy firepower, just trying to stay ahead here. We feel that we're edged ahead, but the Eldar need to do well this round, otherwise they may be countered heavily by the Raven Guard on the next turn. But so far so good. The Wraith Guard making their mark here. Alright, scary here. Wraith Knight going after the Storm Raven. So it's a straight -1 to hit. So 4s to hit here. Prince Uriel is within 6 inches. Yeah, no, just double checked he is within 6 inches. So 4 shots, in 4s to hit, rerolling 1s. It's the moment of truth here. And there's no rerolls available. A sigh of relief here from Josh. The Storm Raven will not be destroyed. 2s for a wound. The wound does come through. It's -4, so D6 damage. Oh, he does a 6. God, imagine if that was more wounds coming through, but he's got off lightly here. The Storm Raven will survive. We don't have any other kind of firepower that could bring it down. 8 wounds left. Alright, so the rest of the firepower's been resolved. It's just the snipers coming on here. We got 2 hits, and then we rolled double 6 for wounds. 2 mortal wounds came through. One of the Hellblasters removed from here, and then this squad fired. It got 3 hits, but no wounds coming through from them. So snipers starting to try and pick off here some of the models from the Raven Guard units. That is shooting done. I don't think there's any assaults here for the Eldar. We advanced with these, and the characters are quite happy to remain behind the wall that is advancing. So we're going to trade in some cards here, and that'll mark the end of the second turn for the Eldar. They're out of shape to some degree. Some key units here stuck at the back, but Eldar making the best of what they have, and their attack so far is going quite well. But still, Raven Guard have plenty of firepower remaining, lots of infantry. Aggressors there, a nasty unit. Hellblasters still remain, and crucially the Storm Raven gunship still operational despite the damage it's taken. Yeah, so we're trading in our objectives. 4 points picked up for this, a massive amount of points picked up here. That'll add a little bit of pressure onto the Raven Guard. They're playing defensively at the moment, and the Eldar suddenly surge ahead by picking up a load of points. Just the randomness of the deck there, really. That combination of objectives being achieved. We'll go now on to the second turn for the Raven Guard. This is the breaking point, perhaps. If Josh does well, he can counter the Eldar, or if the Eldar remain in good shape, there could be a lot of trouble. So I think both of us here are aware of the situation. This is the chance now for the Raven Guard to counter this Eldar attack. We're enjoying this game here. It's tense for sure, but it's an enjoyable tenseness, I think. Very technical. Both of our brains on overdrive here, smoke coming out of our ears as we try and figure out the best way to execute each other's plans. All right, but we're going to turn 2 now for the Raven Guard. Right, so turn 2 here, the moment of truth here. We reckon this is the pivotal point in the game. Josh is preparing to counter the Eldar here, and it could hurt. The Eldar have done their best to reduce the Raven Guard down, but is it enough is the question. So Vanguard veterans have jumped up and over, ready to assault. Hellblasters holding position. Must be confident if they're not shifting their ground. And then here, aggressors lining up to shoot as well. Intercessors, captain in amongst them. Storm Raven gunship, I take it, has gone into hover mode to remain where he is. Reavers here. And these units have turned up, haven't they? They have, yeah. Here and here, right. So that's a 6-inch restriction for them. Intercessors moving across, and then intercessors here securing objective number 6. Cards that Josh has drawn. Mission critical objective, that's objective number 6, so he'll pick that up. He also finished off the mission here, defend objective number 3. Yes, that was at the end of my turns actually. Josh has picked up 3 points for that. Defend objective number 2, which is all the way over here, some distance away. And then defend objective number 1, which is there. Big incentive for the Raven Guard to swing round to their left. I think they'll be trying to deal with the Eldar first, but there's some later points they'll be able to pick up just there. That's movement done. Shrike has remained in position as well. He is just there. Josh planned to use him perhaps later on. We'll go. Who's the Warlord, by the way?
The Warlord is the captain.
Is the captain, right? Okay, the captain's the Warlord just there. All right, so we'll go on to shooting phase next. Alright, so Josh is just a way to collect a whole load of dice here, just to explain what's going on. Aggressors are about to fire. They get 6 shots each for their standard weapon. So that's 30 shots. His remains stationary, he's going to fire twice, that's 60 shots. He also has the Fragstorm grenade launch, that's a d6 shots each, that's 5d6, firing twice, 10d6. So 60 shots plus 10d6 shots here. Josh is going to go after the Wraith Guard just over here. It'll be reroll 1s, or rerolling to hits, and then wounds of 6s will be coming in at -1 as well. So Wraith Guard, yeah, they're in trouble to some degree. They should survive with some models, but the firepower that will come through here should bring a good number of them down. We'll see. 60 shots plus 10d6. We will start resolving the dice rolling here, and then we'll see how many saves we have to make. Yep, so 90 shots in total. Josh has rolled up his 10d6. Sorry, 98 shots in total. Let's get this right here. That's almost 100 dice to roll. We don't have that many dice, so Josh is going to roll 30 here. 3s to hit, there's no minus to hit these. So yeah, that'll be a lot of hits, and he's going to get some rerolls here. This could take a while. It's a brilliant unit for countering. I mean, it's got to be one of the best anti-hordes units out there. Amazing, and a very good counter unit. You know, the enemy advances in, you just remain where you are, and then just fire at double effect. So 5s to wound, strength 4, toughness. Oh, this is your reroll. Sorry, this is your reroll to hits. Yeah. So virtually all of them here. 27 hits here. So at this rate, we're going to be looking at about 85, 90 hits on this target. Then 5s to wound. You'll be looking at about 30 wounds then, really. I think we're...
is a -1.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there's a lot of 6s here. This is a good start. We're going to keep rolling here, and then we'll get the final result for number of saves to make. Alright, so firepower's been done. It's literally taken us about 10 minutes here. It's probably the most amount of firepower from one unit we've ever had here in a game. 98 shots coming through. This is the amount of saves to make. So these will be coming in at 3+. I think he's got enough here to wipe us out, and here we're going to get 4+ save all these 6s to wound that have been made as well. So there's 15 wounds to try and get through, but the Wraith Guard are in trouble. Here, if I'm struggling to pick up the dice, it's not good. So 4 pluses here to save, so we need a good roll, otherwise we're looking at a wipeout potentially. There's 2 brought down, 2 and a bit there. Not bad actually. So it's not too bad. Here we've lost 2 models so far. 3+ saves. We need to roll well, otherwise there's trouble. I think Josh may have the wipeout here. No, 1 remains alive. 1 Wraith Guard alive on 2 wounds, on 1 wound left. So yeah, he's virtually hosed them down here. The amount of firepower that's come from here, the shells flying about all over the place, the casings landing on the floor, and the Wraith Guard, as tough as they are, just being hosed down here by the sheer volume of firepower. James wants to do a sound. Yep, and James with his sound effects here. James is observing here. He's turned up to encourage a fellow Imperial player.
Gilliman is watching.
And Gilliman's watching as well. Oh dear, it descends into Imperial nonsense now. Alright, so they ventured too close, and that's what's happened to them. Good firepower here from the Raven Guard. This is a good start to their second turn. Eldar, we've said, were ahead. The Raven Guard could tip this so easily into their favour. They've started well. Raven Guard brought down 1 model left. We'll carry on with the rest of the shooting if the Raven Guard. This is a good start for them. So a little bit of shooting taking place here. Crack grenade being thrown. No damage coming through against the Wraith Blades. Shrike's pistol firing through. Got a hit but no wound. Just there. Just Josh trying to pick off the last wound from that Wraith Guard unit. Alright, so we're on the Storm Raven gunship next. The Storm Bolters, or the Hurricane Bolters, have already fired. 2 saves were passed there on the Wraith Blades. All the heavy guns are going to go into the Wraith Knight. 13 wounds to try and get through here. Josh optimistic. Yes, Shrike getting rerolls as well. And the 6s to wounds as well, helping with further minuses. It's all looking good here, but it all depends on what he rolls. So this is it.
Last cannons?
Last cannons. This could be enough.
Rerolling.
2 hits. Ouch. 3s to wound. This is the roll. That's a 6, that's alright. And that one's a 2. Come on, reroll.
Down to 4.
Okay. 2 wounds. -3. -4. Okay, so no save from that one. That's just the captain granting his bonus. And we need an Eldar Trickery 6 here. No. 2d6 damage. 7. Ouch. 7 scored here. Right, so 6 wounds left on the Wraith Knight. It's still alive, but it's taken nasty damage. Storm Strike Missiles. 2 hits. Oh dear, the end could be in sight here. 4s to wound.
1 wound.
1 wound.
-2.
-2. May have to come on reroll this. Here we go.
Oh, 3.
Oh, I've rolled a 6.
Oh.
We stayed alive. Oh, it's down to...
But you're fine, regardless.
Oh, right, so that was AP -3, so we needed a 6.
Yeah.
We got a 6. Oh, dear, if I ever rolled a 6, it was then. Alright, so now you're down to... Typhoon.
Typhoon.
This is it.
Reroll.
Oh, yes, he gets his hits.
4s to wound.
4s to wound.
1 wound.
1 wound.
It's AP -3.
It's AP -3, so we need another 6. If we get another 6... A 2, no. We're just going to have to take that. It's not worth using the command point, I don't think.
D6 damage.
D6 damage. If he gets a 6, it's gone. It's 2. Oh boy, 4 wounds left on the Wraith Knight. It still defiantly remains alive despite a second round of firepower coming in against it. So it is still alive with 4 wounds remaining. Josh still has firepower available though, but where does he shoot is the question. Alright, so overcharging please. It sounds like something you walk into a fast food chain. I'd have a Hellblaster please, and supercharged. But he's going to serve up some supercharged shots here against the Wraith Knight. Rapid fire range, 6 shots. And then all of the reroll bubbles going on here as well. So looking out for 1s. For models slain, no. Alright, so he's okay. 5 hits. This should be enough. Strength 8.
4s to wound.
4s to wound. That will kill it, and then -4. So we are dead. There's nothing we can do. The sniggering there is James in the background here, celebrating with the fellow Imperial player at the Wraith Knight being brought down. So I roll the dice, and I do not get a 6. I roll a 1. Alright, so Wraith Knight brought down. It's a shame to see him destroyed. He's absorbed a lot of firepower, but the Raven Guard will be happy to see this great Wraith construct come crashing down. A cheer erupts from the Raven Guard. Right, so pressing on with the rest of the shooting here. Intercessors firing across, and no damage done on the Wraith Blades. And now we're going to go on to... That's both these squads fired, didn't they? Yeah, okay. The actual -1 to hit, helping out the Wraith Blades just there. So no damage on them yet, but there may well be some. The aggressors supercharging and in rapid fire range. 6 shots going into the Wraith Blades here.
Reroll because of Shrek.
Yeah. So forced hit actually, yes, there is a miss. 3's to wound. All wounded except 1. Okay. So we have invuln saves here to try and protect us. We do block 3 of them. Yeah, so I'm going to command reroll this one. 3+. It is a 3. And a 6+ we keep it. If we command path of command, no. Alright, so we've got 3 command points left there. But Wraith Blades still in pretty good shape here. This is interesting. Still Eldar resistance on this side. Wraith Knight brought down. That's a blow to the Eldar for sure. Wraith Guard destroyed also. But towards the end of the shooting phase here, this Wraith Guard unit, protected and concealed, is still in pretty good shape. We'll go on to see what else Josh has to fire with. If there is anything else, we'll see. Right, yes, the shooting phase is finished. The Reavers fired through, but no impact there against the Wraith Blades. Now, this is a point now where Josh gets to assault. The Vanguard veterans are lined up. Shrike possibly may well charge him with him as well. We're going to charges and then perhaps a little bit of Overwatch. This is an important point here in the game. I think we've witnessed the Raven Guard swing the game round in their favour. They may be able to push even further towards victory here with a successful assault and combat. We'll see how this works out here. Right, so charges have gone ahead. Shrike's not made it in. It was rerolls to charge, but he failed. The Raven Guard, the Vanguard veterans have made it in. Josh rolled 11 inches, so they have swung around in this direction. Josh trying to go after the Spirit Seer here to try and remove him and the bonuses that he grants. And then the rest of the attacks. 3 of these are going to attack the Wraith Blades, and then these 2 fighting against the Spirit Seer. So you want to go after the Spirit Seer first?
So, that's my sergeant, and he has a pair of twin lightning claws, so he gets 4 attacks. The other one will get 3 attacks.
Okay.
They're within 6 to reroll.
Yes, right, okay. This is a good setup here.
Rerolling.
It's a full house. There's trouble here for the Spirit Seer's about to be shredded by some angry ravens.
And then your toughness 3, so 3's to wound. And I get to reroll these because they're lightning claws.
Oh yes, helpful. It's the army of rerolls here that Josh has. Right, so 6 saves to make here. 4+ invuln save. We've stayed alive. We've taken 3 wounds. We have 4 in total. So, yeah, we're alive here. We've got 1 wound left. But the poor Spirit Seer has been shredded up here quite badly. We'll just put some wounds in just there. So now the rest of the attack's going in against the Wraith Blades. Now, Conceal, it's -1 to hit rolls for ranged weapons. So just for ranged weapons, just clarifying that. So 3's for hits. And rerollings for Shrike. Something for our snipers to try and do is to pick off Shrike if they can. Shoot that bird out of the sky. So 5's to wound. Josh just rerolling there and failed with those wounds. There's 4. So we're down to our 3+ invuln save, which we fail 1, and we'll just keep it at that. So we are in this situation here. The Wraith Blades still remain alive. So Cytronome of Ianden we're playing here for the Wraith Construct unit. This is to try and clear away these Vanguard veterans here that are terrorising the Eldar at the moment. So we'll get 10 attacks, doubled. Is 20 attacks fighting back. Just want to try and make sure that we clear these Vanguard veterans out of the way. just so we can move on. We'll take D3 mortal wounds at the end of this. So 4s for hits. We can re-roll 1s for Prince Uriel helping out. Yes, he's granting some extra hits there. So a little bit of overkill taking place. There's a good number of hits coming through. We'll be on 3s to wound. And those wounds come through. So Josh needs to make some saves of 6 up here. It is overkill, so it looks like the Vanguard veterans are going to be dealt with here as these Wraith constructs go absolutely ballistic. So, unless he rolls a ton of 6s. No, alright, so Vanguard veterans destroy. We'll make some consolidation moves. That is the end of the melee phase here. Alright, so squad wipes out there. We've made our consolidation moves 3 inches, heading still towards the Raven Guard. Eldar determined still to take the fight to them. They've had the steam knocked out of them here. The attack's been blunted for sure. Will the Eldar go for a second round? There's resources that they can call upon. The Avatar's a long way away. These jet bikes can move pretty quick, but the strength of their attack has seriously been knocked down. Do they have enough? There's the Wraith units here. There's Prince Uriel buried in amongst them. The commander here, the Autarch on the jet bike, could cause trouble. All right, yes, so 1 point scored, securing objective number 6. So Josh picks up a point in this round. But on the bigger scale of things, he has countered the Eldar very well indeed, with a blistering array of firepower, and then an assault as well. Wraith Knight down, Wraith Guard down, Wraith Blades remain. We'll go now on to the third turn for the Eldar. They went first, they've had the advantage. They were lined up for a decent assault, but it's been countered here by the Raven Guard. But has the counter been enough? Do the Eldar have any more resources? Do they have enough ability here to cause trouble on their third turn? We'll have to see. We'll go on to turn 3 next for the Eldar. Alright, so movement for the Eldar here. We haven't lost hope yet. Tears beginning to form in the eyes of some of the Eldar here, with the Wraith construct being destroyed, the Wraith Knight being brought down, but still hope remains alive. The Avatar strides across the battlefield, matchless agility played on him. We're down to 2 command points left, but he's made a 13-inch move across the board as he desperately tries to get in the fight here. Psyched up after seeing the Wraith Knight brought down, the angry Avatar makes his move. Warlock's advanced, or just a regular move to here, ready to grant his power if he can make it go off. There's a number of different units to choose from. Scorpions have moved 7. An 8-inch charge will put them in to contact here against the Intercessors. And then over here, the Warlord, the Autarch on the jet bike, has gone 16 inches, poised to charge. Prince Uriel has joined him. And then the Wraith Blades moving up, ready to charge, and also the Spirit Seer behind them. And then advanced move, 22 inches in total, getting into the fight. The Shining Spears have moved up to join in the assault as well. And the Rangers have all remained stationary this turn, ready to fire and lend some sniper support. That's movement done for the Eldar. Their hopes here of a successful assault still alive. We'll see what they can do. We'll go into the psychic phase next. Right, so psychic phase done. It's gone according to plan here. Conceal and protect cast on the Shining Spears. So they're gone up to a 2-up save and a 3+ invuln save in the shooting phase. And they're at -1 to hit for Latok, and they're further -1 as well for conceal. So trying to protect this asset that the Eldar have. We'll now go on to shooting phase here for the Eldar on turn 3. Alright, so shooting phase is complete for the Eldar here. We caused no trouble here with the Scorpions firing through. They fired their pistols across in this direction. Then Prince Uriel fired his ball eye and caused no trouble. Along with the laser lance, we used up a reroll as well, so we're just down to 1 command point left. But all of that failed against the Hellblasters here. So disastrous for the Eldar on this side, but all of a sudden, Hellblasters removed. That was firepower coming in from the Shining Spears, getting a number of shuriken hits, it was 2 shuriken hits. Josh failed to save them on 6s, and then 6 regular saves, and Josh failed 4 of them, so the Hellblasters have been removed. That left Shrike closer to the snipers, who picked off a wound from him. So he's taken a second one. Is that the pistol?
That was the, yeah.
Yeah, that was the Spirit Seer firing a pistol through, picked off another wound on Shrike as well, the closest model. So 3 wounds left for him. He's got 5, he's taken 2. So that's shooting done. there's certainly some assaults here. The Eldar determined to press ahead with their attacks. Wraith Blades here, poised to charge. Prince Uriel and the Autarch as well, able to charge. We'll go on to assaults on Overwatch next. Alright, so assaults here, and all of a sudden, potentially the Eldar could swing this because of that hole that was made there by the Shining Spears. Better late than never, late to the fight, but they've made a contribution here. The Wraith Guard have poured through this gap onto the Stormraven gunship here that's in hover mode, and they've also declared a charge here against Shrike. So that's that combat there. Then, with the Shimmer Plume, ignoring Overwatch, we've charged into the aggressors first with the Autarch, Warlord, and Prince Uriel. I'm sure they're related, these two here. Cousins, perhaps, have joined here, charging in together, their hair flowing in the wind. The aggressors raising their guns to fire as they charge in, but a glistening plume bedazzles them here, and they're not able to let off any shots as these graceful Eldar swing into the fight. So this is encouraging stuff. And then across here, the Scorpions did roll their 8-inch charge exactly and made it into contact there against the Intercessors. All of a sudden, the Eldar are in amongst the Raven Guard here. Victory or death, the cry goes up from the Raven Guard here in this desperate struggle. We'll go on to combat resolution next. Right, so we're on to assault, so you might film this because it's quite important at this stage. So Josh has 2 command points left, so yes, he can intervene here if he wants to use up his last 2 command points. So we've got to choose wisely. I think I'm going to fight first with the Autarch on the jet bike against the aggressors because they can strike back hard with their fists. So 4 attacks, 2s to hit. They've all hit. 3s to wound here. We need a good roll. That is a good roll. These are coming in at AP -4.
Okay, nice save.
And 2 damage.
2 damage, so that's 3 of them dead.
Ouch, 3 of them brought down. So the Autarch and the jet bike doing very well. 3 aggressors brought down. Josh, if he wants to intervene somewhere, he can do from this point onwards. Right, so 2 command points. Josh is going to spend it here. He's going to let Shrike fight now. There was something we were going to mention. The spent 2 command points to remove...
To get rid of...
objectives, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was secure, defend objective 2.
That's right, yeah. Josh drops that. He paid the command points for it earlier on, just to mention that here. So he's now has no command points. Eldar have 1. So this is the desperate stage we're at now in this game. So Shrike can fight now. 5 attacks against the Wraith Blades here.
2 points.
This is reroll to hits. 1 has missed. And then he'll be on 5s to wound with a toughness 6. That's a good roll. And then rerolls as well for the lightning claws. 3 wounds. Invuln saves required. Which we foul 2. This is good. So D3 on the will just straight away kill 1, and D3 damage of 5 or 6 will kill another. Oh no, almost does. Okay, so no.
He's got 2 hits on him, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the whole model. That's the whole model gone. That's the 2D3 damage taken.
And he's got 2 hits.
That's correct. Yeah, no, we're getting the wounds modelled up that Shrike has. Okay, so 2 Wraith Blades left. Shrike has successfully killed 1 of them. So Wraith Blades next. 6 attacks on the charge and rerolling 1s. They get an extra attack on the charge against the Storm Raven. We can reroll this one. Okay, that's just pretty good. Strength 7, 4s to wound here. Not so good. That's not so good. -3, so 6 up save. No, it's D3 damage. There's 3 wounds though caused on the Storm Raven, so that'll knock it down to 5, and that'll put Josh into a bracket for damage. So the Wraith Blade's causing some trouble. Prince Uriel next. 4 attacks for him, 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. Gets his hits, 2s for wounds, and it is 3. -2,
Yeah.
so 5 pluses here.
Oh.
Oh, well done. D3 damage. It's enough to kill another one of them. So just 1 aggressor left in that squad. The 2 HQs have done well there. The aggressors seriously knocked down. That's blunted their effectiveness. Okay, so interesting results here. The combat's not quite as deadly. Yes, Josh can fight back. We've got Scorpions to fight over here. Josh can fight over here first. Not going to make any impact on this side.
3 attacks.
3 attacks. This is the Sergeant fighting back here.
4s to hit.
And this is against Uriel, take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise it'd be 5s.
Yeah.
2s to wound.
who are wounded. So yeah, 3 wounds coming through. Prince Uriel could actually be in trouble here. Oh dear. 4+ invuln saves. We passed 2, so he will survive. D3 damage, and it is a 6. Ouch, Prince Uriel wounded here. He's taken 3 wounds, 3 left. Right, so over here, Mandiblasters. Needing 6s, yes, 2. So 2 are killed with mortal wounds to start off with. So 2 mortal wounds coming through from Mandiblaster attacks. Now regular attacks will do Ariel Doomhand first of all. 3s to hit with the Exarch. That's why he's the channel icon. 2 5s and a 6. 3s to wound. 2 wounds come through. So that's AP -3. So 2 saves here of 6+. No, alright, so D3 damage on the first one. So that's the model gone. D3 damage on the next one. Just a wound caused. I did roll a 6 to hit there, so that generates an extra attack with sustained attack, which we do hit with. That's not going to generate an extra one. It does wound, and saves though, -3. Josh has saved it on a 6, well done. So now we're on regular attacks then, 16 regular attacks here. 3s to hit, this is Scorpion Chainswords. A lot of misses here. And then 4s to wound, these are strength 4. So not so good. 4 saves here of 3+. And just a wound taken. Alright, so that's them finished. Josh can fight back here with his 5 attacks, including the Sergeant. Oh, this is regular Intercessor. Yes, because you've got Power Sword upgrade on. Yeah, okay, yeah. Looking to win on a 3+. There's a wound. 3+ or a heavy aspect armor that holds. And now a Power Sword. Yep. So good. This is helpful. 3s. 2 of them. And it's minus. We actually get saves of 6+. We saved 1. Alright, so 1 Scorpion brought down. But a handy upgrade to take there using the Power Sword to bring one of the Scorpions down. Alright, so that's combat's finished. The game's pretty even now, I think. Eldar have surged back. Raven Guard, still plenty of units to call upon here. These units, remember, these are all Primaris. This is 2 wounds each, these models here. Hellblaster Squad, still in pretty good shape, is available. The Storm Raven, although locked in combat, can pull away and still fire. And Shrike is available to move where he wants, and Assault as well. So definitely a chance now for the Raven Guard to strike back on their turn 3. Any cards to trade in for missions complete on this turn? Not yet. Alright, so we'll go on to the 3rd turn now for the Raven Guard. They're still definitely in the fight. We'll see what they can do. Their turn 3 coming up next. Alright, so turn 3 here as the Raven Guard counter the Eldar, attack the 2nd wave here for the Eldar. So Shrike's moved across, getting ready to charge in against the Wraith Blades just here. He has pulled out of combat with the Aggressor. That leaves the 2 characters here, Prince Uriel and the Autarch, exposed to firepower from these squads. The Captain on the move as well. Storm Raven's moved across. Josh has placed it an equal distance from the Avatar and also the Warlock, so he'll be able to fire at either of those with his weapons. That was a clever move. Reaver's moving across to take on the Scorpions, pulled out of combat so they can be shot at, and this squad on the move towards objective number 1. So still plenty of options available for the Raven Guard. They're definitely not out of the fight, and a chance for them here to hit back hard against the Eldar. We're going to their shooting phase next. Right, so shooting phase complete here for the Raven Guard. Scary moment here. The Avatar almost brought down 2 wounds left. Josh unloaded all of his anti-tank firepower into that character. That was a good move to try and root him out, but the Avatar's still alive, only just about. Warlock's been destroyed, though he's gone. That was the Hurricane Bolters bringing him down. Firepower from the Captain brought down the Spirit Seer, he's gone. So the Eldar without any Psychers now on the table. Prince Uriel has gone. That was firepower coming from... It was from this squad here, yeah, okay. Hellblasters, they fired at the Wraith Blades. 1 wound did get through, an invuln save helped us out, but 2 wounds taken. There's just those 2 models left there, and one of them damaged. No damage, no hits coming through here against the Autarch or the Shining Spears. The Aggressor couldn't fire. Shrike threw a crack grenade, yep, and we passed a save. And then across here, 4 Scorpions brought down. That was firepower coming in from the Reavers firing across, and also this squad here as well. So pretty good here for the Raven Guard. Their numbers cut down, but still potent enough, causing trouble here for the Eldar. We'll go now on to assaults. There's bound to be some charges taking place here as the Raven Guard try and push the Eldar out of their deployment zone. Alright, so assaults have taken place here. Shrike's charged in against the Wraith Blades. The Intercessors have charged in, and the Captain have charged in against the Autarch. I hit you on Overwatch, didn't I? Yeah, Laser Lance took out one of them there on Overwatch, causing 2 wounds. And then across here, the Scorpions, a Plasma Grenade thrown actually caused 2 wounds and a casualty as well on the Reavers as they charged in against the Scorpions. So we're just going to put that model back. There's no Overwatch allowed. Josh threw a shock grenade there, which prevents the Scorpions from hitting on Overwatch. Clever grenade use just there. Alright, so that's assaults taking place here. Even at this stage in the game, Raven Guard, I think they're going to put themselves ahead here. It looks like it, but still there's fight left in the Eldar. It's difficult to call this game. It's been a fascinating encounter between these two forces. Great to see this fight taking place, and great to see it being so close throughout the missions so far. We'll go on to combat resolution next. Alright, so combat's resolved here. Scorpions have lost 2. They've since passed morale, and they killed one of the Reavers there with a Mandiblast hit, and then Aerial Doomhand's Claw as well. Across here, the Skyrunner took a wound and then killed 2 of the Intercessors just there, so good fighting from him, leading to a wound on 5s. We lost one of the Wraith Blades. He's gone, did no damage back against Shrike, and that is it. So there's still elements of this Eldar army left for sure, but what to do in the situation here? A lot of Primaris Marines here to try and get through, and the Storm Raven gunship causing trouble as well. That's the end of the 3rd turn. Any cards to hand in?
I secured Supremacy because I'm on this one, and that one because of objectives.
Objective secured, well done, yes.
So I scored D3 for that.
Well, this is good here. 2, okay, respectable enough. 2 more victory points coming through.
Secured objective 6, which is that one there.
Right, another.
So that's another point.
Another 1.
And that's it. So
okay, not bad. 3 points picked up this turn. It's been a good turn here. Good bounce back from the Raven Guard for sure. We're going to the 4th turn now, moving into the latter stages of the game. Turn 4 coming up next for the Eldar. Alright, moving done for the Eldar here. Fighting on. It's turn 4. Snipers remaining stationary. They can all see, despite the rock here, they can see the Storm Raven gunship. There's 5 wounds to try and pick up on this thing. Scorpions remain in combat. So they're just going to have to fight on as best as they can, but they're seriously outnumbered on this flank. Avatar has moved 7. He hasn't advanced. He's got the Wailing Doom that he can shoot with. And then across here, the Shining Spears have closed in, ready to shoot and charge. I'll just move around to where they are. So this is the position that they're in just here. We've left the Autarch in to fight, and also the Wraith Blade as well. So that's movement done for the Eldar. Desperate situation here for both sides. Our objectives is these 2. This is where we can pick up points, and this is why the Eldar are pressing ahead with this assault, even at this desperate stage. We'll go on to shooting now. There's no Psychers anymore. We'll get some shooting resolved next. Alright, shooting phase resolved here. The Wailing Doom fired up, got his hit and a wound. -4. 2d6 choose the best, so you rolled a 4, so 1 wound left. Just as the pilot was banking round to avoid more damage with 1 wound remaining, a sniper looked up and fired and brought the Storm Raven down. The last wound dropped off. Didn't explode. It's crashed just here, so we can remove the model for line of sight, but for visual purposes it's come crashing down just here. So that's a good turn up for the Eldar. Another good result was the Hellblast. They were decimated by firepower from the Laser Lances and the Star Lance from the Exarch as well, so that squad's been removed, and the Shining Spears poised to charge into close combat as well. Pistol fire from here caused some hits and wounds, but no damage taken. Josh made some good save rolls. So good results there for the Eldar. That keeps them in the fight. What an even matchup we've had here in this game. We'll go now on to charges and Overwatch next. Alright, so assaults have taken place here. We've charged in. We've made a mistake. We should have declared a charge here as well to try and finish him off, but we declared it against these 2 units. So swarming around the Primaris Captain and the last 2 Intercessors there. The Shining Spears fixed on rescuing the Autarch in close combat. Melee continues here. We'll get these combats resolved next. Alright, so combat taking place here. Chargers going first, so the Shining Spears, this is their chance here to really help the Eldar out in this situation. he's in base contact. He's within range of an inch of him, so we're going to fight with him, and the Exarch against the captain to try and remove him from play. So the Star Lance, first of all, from the Exarch, gets 2 hits. 2's toughest 4?
Toughest 4.
2's to wound. 2 wounds come through, it's -4. Josh gets invuln saves here of 4+.
I'm going to activate my once per game 3+ invuln.
Right, yes, if there's any point you need it, it's now.
Yes.
So 3+ invuln save. No command points left, 1 gets through, and that is 2 wounds. Regular Shining Spears next. That invuln save is really going to help Josh out here. 3's for hits, rerolling 1s for the Autarch nearby. 2 have missed. 3's for wounds at strength 6. 2 get through, so again, 3+ invuln save. Josh must pass at least 1. He has passed both. 3+ invuln helping. One of those results was a 3. Alright, so that's the damage there. So regular attacks now from the Shining Spear here against the Primaris Marines. 2 hits. Oh no! Agony! Absolute agony. We could have wiped them out just there, but failed. Alright, so that's the Shining Spears finished. So now we can pick a combat, either the Autarch or the Wraithblade. Alright, so we'll pick a combat. There is the Scorpions as an option. I think they're doomed as they are, so I'm going to leave them. And I'm going to fight actually with the Wraithblade, because there's a chance to kill Shrike here. 2 attacks. Need 4s. That's the worst possible result. It's 4s we needed here. It was 1s we could have re-rolled. Alright, so we've resolved the rest of the combats here. Some pretty significant results. Scorpions did well. They brought down a couple of the Reavers just here, and we took 1 casualty. But over here, a bit of a disastrous result here for the Eldar. The Primaris captain fighting with his power sword. Good results from him. Brought down 2 of the jet bikes. That's a deadly blow dealt out there. And then the Autarch, we used him against the regular Primaris Marines, brought 1 of them down, and then Shrike, good fighting from him, brought the last Wraithblade down. Now he's freed up, so now 2 decent enough models that can fire, or can assault pretty good, and they may well cause trouble for this fight here. Whoever wins this probably win the game out of this fight that's taking place across here. A wounded Avatar striding across the board, trying to reach in time, but he started right at the far end of the board. It may be too little too late from him. He may arrive to this area to find all his allies slain. We'll see. That's the end of the turn here for the Eldar. They've done their best, but is it enough? Again, the game's still so tight. We'll go on to the next turn. Turn 4 now for the Raven Guard. Right, so turn 4 here for the Raven Guard. Difficult choices to make, as not many units left. Josh has moved out onto objective number 1. There is a card for you, isn't it, to pick up points?
Yep.
Yep, alright, so there's points available for that one. 1 point or defend?
Oh no, I've got defend, so...
Defend, so 2 turns, he'll pick up 2 points. That's significant, that will help the Raven Guard for sure. Melee continues here with the Reavers, yeah, and then holding position. He wants to keep these troops nearby that objective. Then the captain has pulled back from combat, so now no one is in contact here in this melee. Shrike's moved across, and the aggressor's preparing. He's remaining where he is to fire twice, then preparing to charge as well. And then the intercessor is moving off to secure objective number 3. Wow. So points available here for the Raven Guard to pick up. Ignoring the Avatar for now, who's still some distance away. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, shooting phase complete. No damage here from pistol fire against the striking Scorpions. Here we took a wound. That was a grenade shot coming through from this squad. And then the Autarch on the bike has taken 4 wounds in total. That was a crack grenade. Good result there. And then also the aggressor firing through failed a whole load of 3+ saves. So Autarch's in serious trouble now. This is the Warlord here who could die. So Eldar, this is their last chance. Avatar desperately trying to get within range, but it could be too little, too late. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next on turn 4. Right, so Shrike's charging in. He has 6 to hit him. A 3 to, it's gone off the board. 3 to wound him. Does wound him.
Double 6 there.
And so an invuln save required here.
No.
2 wounds taken.
Down to 1.
He's got 1 wound left. Oh, we could hit you with shuriken catapults, which we fail. Alright, so Shrike's made it in. But both these models now on a wound left each. This is epic fighting taking place here. Right, yes, the aggressor wants to charge now as well. So he'll make it in also, and I can't Overwatch. Good play. All right, so that's 2 charges that have gone ahead. The captain can't charge, and that is it. All right, so we're going to resolve. All right, yes, intercessors here are going to charge in. Josh just rolling, but they're automatically going to make it in against the scorpions. All right, so moment of truth here. Strike against the Autarch. He should kill him. Just 1 wound required.
-1 to hit.
-1, yes, for the Shimmer Plume. 3 hits. 4s for wounds. Rerolling. Oh, the agony. Oh, the agony. 4 saves. I have to pass all of these. It's as simple as that. No pressure. I have a force shield here. No, it's not a force shield. It's like it's an invulnsave, a dancing thing. A thing where he gets to dodge. But anyway, 4+ doesn't help. He's gone. So Autarch's destroyed. Yeah, peerless agility it's called, but not so peerless in this situation. He's gone, so he can be removed from play. And that is about it for this sector. Josh could pile in, but it means that the Shining Spheres will get to fight and not be able to strike them. All right, so I think Josh will leave it as it is, but he'll be happy there. Warlord slain, another point picked up, and a very helpful unit for the Eldar has now been destroyed. So Josh can do the charges over here. Yep. Oh, power sword. Yes, this is good. The sergeant has a power sword here. 3 attacks. Might be able to finish the scorpions off. No. 3s for a wound. No. Okay, and then 2 attacks from the regular marine. 2 wounds down, 2 6s. 2 saves of 3+, which we pass. The heavy aspect armor holds. Now it's down to Reavers fighting. Josh will pick that combat next. A desperate fight here in this Challenger Scorpion episode. If you've managed to stay with us for the duration of the battle here, it's still undecided at this point. Usually in the games we see a clear victor here by this point, but it is hard to call at this stage. Looking for wounds on a 3+. There's a good number of wounds. It would be enough to kill the scorpions if we roll badly. There's 5 there to save. 3+. Hurrah! Yes! The Exarch. Ariel Doomhand remains alive. I think we'll try and fight against the regular Primaris Marines. 3 attacks. 6s are good. There is a 6. So that is 3 hits plus sustained attack. Misses. 3s for wounds. 2 wounds to get through. Yes, 2 saves of 6+ first of all. Josh gets. Nope. D3, the first one. Slain. D3, the next one. Slain. Ariel Doomhand. The style of that Exarch is incredible. Alright, so he can fight by himself now against the Reavers just there. Right. So I was going to say that's combat's resolved, but no, there's a Mandiblaster hit to do as well. No, alright, so... And from the Scorpion that died. 6+. Yes, just for insult. Just as a blade is plunged into his chest, he hisses back, firing a Mandiblaster up, causes a wound just there. Alright, so that's the turn finished. Any cards to hand in?
Yep, I've got...
He's still keeping the points. Secure objective number 3 is just a straight 1 point. Okay, so well done. Another point picked up there. Okay, I think the Raven Guard are ahead by some degree for points being scored here. Josh has managed to keep a steady trickle of those pouring in. That's the end of the turn. We'll get turn 5 here. Turn 5 next for the Eldar. Right, so moving for the Eldar here on turn 5. There's still a chance for him in this game, and an opportunity has arisen. The Avatar, late here to the fight, bursts through 7 inches. He'll need a 5-inch charge to reach the captain in close combat. What a finale we're going to have here at the end. The jet bikes have manoeuvred over the top, swinging around to sweep in again against Shrike, the aggressor, and the Primaris Marine, and then sneaky snipers manoeuvring into position as well. We've removed the Dreadnought from play just for line of sight. This squad here can see through to the Primaris Marine just here. This squad have moved themselves round and have lined themselves up to fire at Shrike, and this squad is in position to fire through to here as well, and possibly through a little hole in here as well. They can see around the other side. Ariel Doomhand still alive, fighting against the Reavers. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Eldar. They're definitely still in the fight here. We'll see what happens. Alright, shooting's taking place here, some epic events unfolding here. Ariel Doom had no wounds caused. The Avatar fired. He's late to the battle here, but the Wailing Doom descended upon the captain and he's been melted there. 6 wounds caused with a fouled invuln save from that weapon. So as late as he's been, and he's been out of the fight for a good few turns, but still the Avatar's making his mark here right at the end of the battle. Across here, Shining Spears have done good work, supporting fire coming through from the snipers as well. The Primaris, the Intercessor's gone, and so too is the Aggressor. He was brought down by the Laser Lances and the Star Lance, and so it's just Shrike left on 1 wound remaining. That is the end of shooting here. It's been an epic resurge here from the Eldar. Josh just spinning Shrike around here, ready for the ensuing combats. We'll go on to combats now. Charges and Overwatch next. Alright, so charges have taken place. We've made it in there with the Shining Spears, and it was an 11-inch charge. We tried it with the Avatar and failed, even on the reroll. So this is the moment of truth. We need to pick up 1 wound here against Shrike. If we do, we clear this sector, and it's these 2 objectives that we're after here for points. So this is it. 4 attacks from the regular Shining Spears, and then the Star Lance fighting as well. The Exarch with the Star Lance gets a hit. Not such a good start. 2s for a wound. So 4 here, if you're happy with that. Yeah, okay, 4. And so an invuln save required. Yes. It is a 4+ invuln save. It's down to regular Shining Spears. Oh, there's good hits from them. 3s for wounds this time. Oh, they've all wounded. 3 invuln saves required.
No.
No, and okay, 2 of them failed, and that's enough. 4 wounds in total. Shrike has been destroyed. What a result here. Shining Spears remain exactly where they are. They'll hold position, and they've started the process of securing objective number 3. So I've placed the card. It's defend objective number 3. We've done it for 1 turn. We need to do it for another. So that needs to be held for the rest of our turn. Or for Josh's turn, actually. On his turn 5, then we'll count as holding that, and that'll be 2 points. There is this combat here. We'll pick a combat. It has to be this one. So Ariel Doomhand fighting here. On his own, his Scorpion brethren brought down around him, and he gets just the 1 hit. It does wound on a 6, and so Josh needs to make a 6-up save. Nope, and there's a wound there already. So, or was that from Primaris?
No,
that was one of those. Okay, so he's Mandy Blaster as well. Here, just a 6. Nope. Okay. So 4 Reavers there. The Sergeant and 3 regular Reavers are going to try and bring Ariel Doomhand down. He's been hard to. Scorpion's been hard to deal with here. They've survived well. They've been a thorn in the flesh here for the Primaris Marines. They should be overwhelmed now. It's just Ariel Doomhand left. We're going to roll your own dice to. Are we allowed to roll your dice?
Yeah.
Okay, just to insult you here. And we died. Okay, so Ariel's gone, removed, and now Josh secures this flank here now. So it looks like a bit of a standoff between these 2 armies. Josh secure on this flank, Eldar mopping up on this flank as well. So turn is finished. Absolute decimation of both these armies here in this game. Defend objective number 1 is achieved, or you've started?
Just achieved it.
Just achieved it. Well done. All right, so that is points picked up here. 2 victory points secured, and that will keep the Raven Guard ahead, I think, in this game. So tactically, they're still winning at this stage. We'll go on to the 5th turn now. And remember, the game could end at the end of turn 5. We'll go on to turn 5 now for the Raven Guard. Alright, so movement phase complete here. Reavers have fallen back. They've advanced and got 6 inches, hiding behind here, and then across to this objective with the Intercessors, and there's a reason behind that. You've picked up seize objective number 2. Alright, well done. So point picked up there, and advance. That's for advancing.
Have no unit in your
no unit deployment zone. Right, so that's why you've moved down. Okay, so another 2 points picked up. This is good. A steady flow of victory points coming through. So Josh can add that to his tally just there. So there'll be no shooting.
No shooting.
No combats, no charges, and the turn is finished. So, Josh can roll a dice here, the dice of doom, to see if the game continues, and 1 or 2 will stop. There's a 5. We'll go into turn 6. Eldar turn 6 coming up next. Alright, so turn 6 movement done here for the Eldar. Behind enemy lines, getting units behind in the deployment zone there. We get points for that. D3 if you have 3 units, or 1 point for 1 unit. So we can possibly trade that in, or we can hold on to it to try and get the D3 potentially. The Avatar's moved on to objective number 5. Also the Shining Spears, that's a 2-point objective there. So we'll hold that for our turn, and then if it goes on to turn... well, if we survive Josh's turn, then we'll get the 2 points for that one. These snipers have moved here, and we'll be able to fire across here. These snipers have advanced along with these as well. That's movement done. We'll resolve some shooting next. Alright, shooting done. A mortal wound was taken. That was sniper fire coming through. 2 saves, but Josh passed those. That shooting phase done. No assaults. And that is the end of turn 6 here for the Eldar. Nice and quick. Towards the end of the game, we'll go on to turn 6 now for the Raven Guard. Alright, so Josh falling back here on his move. We're calculating points here at this stage. And if the game ends, Josh should win. If the game continues, 50-50 chance. The Eldar have an opportunity to try and get ahead by a fraction here if they can. Josh is securing objective number 2 and has got line breaker here. Yes, all right, so that's another point that you can pick up as well. So that is it. Movement's done. There's no shooting, no charges. That's the end of the turn. And so the game could be decided by the roll of a dice.
4 plus.
4 plus for turn 7. He rolls a blessed 3. Okay, so that is the end of the turn. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so we'll trade in this one. So we get 2 points for that. So we can add that to our tally, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. It looks like the Raven Guard have secured victory. So points for the Eldar, 2 points here and here. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, and this big one here, 11 points in total. First Blood and Slay the Warlord scored as well, and Line Breaker as well is 14 points picked up here by the Eldar. All right, so points here for the Ultras, you're not going to believe it, or for the Raven Guard, you're not going to believe this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. Line Breaker was scored right at the end, 13, and then 14 points for Slay the Warlord. It's 14-14, the final score. It's a draw. It's a draw after all of that fighting taking place. But it deserves to be that score. Both sides have really performed well in this game. It's been difficult to call, and we were bracing ourselves to see who would win. But there's no winners here. It's a draw. Yeah, we've just double-checked, because there's a bit of shock here. But it is a draw. It's 14-14 is the final score. What an epic showdown we've witnessed here. It went backwards and forwards. Raven Guard, I have to say, Raven Guard for a lot of the game were ahead. Eldar would strike them, Raven Guard would strike back, even with the Eldar having the advantage of going first. So an epic fight taking place here. A very, very enjoyable game. But in the end, it is a draw. There is no winner or loser here in this battle. Alright, so that's the end of the battle here. We're going to have to leave it at a draw. I'm sure some will be chanting for a rematch. Perhaps in the future here we'll have a rematch here. But what an it was a great fun game. It was 40k at its best. Close battle throughout here, and I would say an honourable draw at the end. Both sides performing well in this game. But in the end, it is a draw. Both sides will back away from each other, swearing their revenge at a future time. But this sector, its dominance left undecided. The Eldar will write it into their history that they dominated the area. The Raven Guard will report back the sector has been cleared. But no, it's a draw here in this battle. Great game. Thanks for Josh for coming down and playing the game here. It's been very enjoyable. Hope to see the Raven Guard making their appearance again. Looking forward to seeing them strike from the shadows once more. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. So units of the game here for both sides. An honourable mention to the Stormraven gunship, excellent unit. The aggressors as well were excellent. They help lead the counterattack there against the Eldar. But Josh is going to give it to Shrike, that character fighting constantly throughout the battle, performing very well indeed. It was only brought down just about in the end. And then for the Eldar, number of units performing well. Honourable mention to the Striking Scorpions and Ariel Doomhand, who is still alive, who's crawling away at the moment, and will live to fight another day. And then also the Wraith Constructs did well, but I'm going to give it to the Shining Spears. They were late to the fight, but when they got involved, they made an impact, and they helped turn the game for the Eldar and almost helped them achieve victory. Honourable mention to the Avatar as well. He made a late appearance, but definitely contributed here, picking through the debris here, searching for the remains of the burnt out Primaris captain. There it is, that's units of the game for both sides.